to the screen.
We all laugh with it.
Yeah, you put that on. Yeah. So you a guest co-host. When I introduce myself, you just introduce yourself. I'm saying guest co-host. Do your
Move
thing.
this out the way. Karen with you. You know that, right?
I am.
But we ain't starting now.
Karen, you want to prepare?
I know what they do. Let me know if you need to get the thing. Let me know if you need me to get the thing. Let me know if you need to get the thing in here.
You hot?
Okay.
You
A
hot?
little bit.
You warm?
Steam heating this good.
Oh, you know that's hot.
Oh, never mind. I was about to say, can I use your mouse? But never mind.
We muted. They can't hear us yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do I talk into there?
Yeah. You can fix it however you want it. Is it okay where it's at?
It's good.
Count what?
No, not yet.
That's peppermint oil.
Good evening. I'm your host, Hale Newbay.
And Hanisha Hall.
And Karen Andrea Hale.
Welcome to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show, where we provide scientific, clinical, moral, and spiritual evidence on how to reverse acute, chronic, and autoimmune diseases that create many illnesses in your life due to mental and emotional toxic patterns. And we also provide you the guidance and information on how to establish a successful holistic lifestyle and a true sense of health and wellness. For more information, please check our website at www.whohasthepowershow.com. Like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Synergy of Life. You can also follow us on Twitter, Synergy of Life 07. Or you can email us at synergyoflife7@gmail.com. For your questions and comments, you could call us at 330-752-2771. Welcome to the second season of Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show. We just had our annual anniversary. It was great. We played our hottest, most requested shows from 2014. So we gotta make this year we gotta elevate it to another level from last year. One of my favorite shows from last year was about the show we did a 2-part series on releasing karmic ties from past relationships. What is effective communication? What was another show? We missing somebody who did introduce themselves.
Downplay Junior.
Okay.
One of my favorite first season episodes was when we did about the children.
How toxic relationships affect children.
Yup.
All right.
Also, we had like a whole month and a half dealing with toxic relationships, just in period.
Yeah.
We also have what I would say like our very first show when we was introducing ourselves.
Introducing what holistic health and wellness is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I was so nervous on that. I was like,
Well, we have I don't know, as long as I know as a sister, I can't believe I know how to introduce you.
That was very special.
What can I say about her? All right, well, I'll just say a little bit for now. I'll let her tell you about herself. We have played many roles in each other's lives and each other's families' lives. Let's see. She been my teacher,
You
and I
said
been her
my
teacher.
The trade.
Yeah. Um, been very close to her family, children. Taught her children. She taught by. She been a godmother to my children.
Absolutely.
I've been elder brother and look after her children as well.
Exactly.
Uh, but anyway, we spiritual kindred on the path of spiritual enlightenment.
We are.
And I'm really honored that you're here. It's been a long time coming.
Yes.
Uh, I think it's great. It's all divinely guided, especially where things at for the radio show now. Pretty much last year I laid the format for many things to happen for this year. So we have our special guest, Karen Andre Hall, and you go ahead.
Hale.
Hale. Oh,
You
I'm
mixing
sorry.
it
Yeah.
up
Oh,
with
this
Hall.
is yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hall
yeah.
is over there.
Yeah, okay,
This
okay.
is Hale, that's
All
Hall.
Right.
All right, bleep that out. Okay. But also introduce what else you know him by, and then we take it from there.
Okay. I do have several different monikers, several different names. My name that my parents gave me is Karen Andrea Hale. And my Yoruban initiation name is Ifashokwe Oshuntokun. And my Kemetic name is Sharur Tepera Mutab.
All right. I
Right.
just brought my notebook back.
Right.
A lot of people, well, a lot of the new generation around our city, Cleveland, Ohio, they don't remember you as being also a hot radio personality here. Can you tell us a little bit about that? When you used to use on 93.1, right?
Yes.
What's some of your
CAK.
experience? What do people most remember you by on that show for those who not really familiar with you as a radio personality?
They know me mostly by what they said were very, very accurate astrological interpretations for the week. Because I would give astrological interpretations for the week.
All right.
And that's what they knew me by.
I
Okay.
remember that too. I used
You
to
remember
listen.
that?
Mhm.
And during the course of this show, we definitely gonna explain and also expose the stereotypes and myths of, the science of astrology and the zodiac,
Okay.
which you heard out your lifetime as well. A lot of people don't understand, due to false teachings of Western world ideology. So before we go any further, we're gonna go into a little set the mood, set the tone in here, set a little guided focus. So I'm started off and had the pleasure allowed our sister Karen to continue it while she over
Okay.
here giving me the fiery eyes.
I feel it too. It's hot in here.
Absolutely.
It's blazing now.
So I'm gonna set it off.
Okay.
When everybody who's listening, tuning in, to at least try to allow yourself to relax. And I'm quite sure the energy you get from this show today will help assist you in that. Our focus point, one of our focus point for the evening and here on out is healing. One thing healing means is spiritual soundness. In order for us to successfully heal, we must learn to become whole again. Healing is only the true self regaining memory of its true entire self. Healing is absolutely moral and spiritual work, which is what health truly is. And if we approach health anything less than that, we will never ascend onto the footstool of her throne. Healing is beyond the physical body. We have a body, but we are not the body.
Mm-hmm.
We are spiritual beings engaging in the human experience. Mother Earth, or the material realm of the universe, is a school for spirit man to perfect himself as spiritual beings during our time in the flesh. So join us on this path of spiritual enlightenment. Spiritual enlightenment is not your physical attendance at any church, synagogue, mosque. Spiritual enlightenment is when you have the opportunity to become self-realized. Now, Sister Karen, share with you that yin energy.
I'd like for you to relax. If you are sitting in a chair, your feet should be flat on the floor. You should not cross your ankles. If you are sitting on the floor, you can sit in a half lotus, a full lotus, and you may cross your legs. We need to start this breath deep in the abdomen. So we're going to breathe in from the abdomen, pulling that breath into the stomach, and then pulling that breath into the lungs. You have your pace, I have mine. Just relax and breathe. When that breath gets into your lungs, you hold it as long as you can. When you release that breath, you are going to compress your stomach, your abdomen, everything to your spine. Just let it out. So let's go. Breathing deeply. Take a deep breath. There is a perfect peace inside of us. And that perfect peace is called God and Goddess. And that perfect peace is all ours, yours, and mine. So breathe deeply, letting go of all your concerns and your worries. There's nothing but peace, only peace. The body responds to the mind. And if you treat your body gently, it will respond to you gently. So very, very gently, relax your feet, your toes. Ask your toes and your feet to relax. The tops of your feet relax. Your heels relax. Now just kind of raise that relaxation into your ankles. Your ankles are relaxing, releasing, and letting go. And now your calves relax, and your knees, your thighs, your hips, your buttocks relaxes, letting go of all tension. Now relax your abdomen, your stomach, your lungs, your spine, your shoulders. Just let it go. Your arms, your fingers, your hands, your neck, your throat, on your face relaxes. Now relax your eyes, your ears, your scalp. Just know that softness, that gentleness, and relax and be at peace. Stay one with your breath as we take this journey. The vehicle that we take for this journey is the imagination. So I need you to picture in your mind thousands and thousands and thousands of tiny, tiny, tiny sparkling, shining bubbles floating all around you. These bubbles represent the life, the breath of God. And wherever these bubbles touch you, they will bring a healing. So take a deep breath and imagine those bubbles entering your nostrils, going into your bloodstream, your veins, your arteries, your organs. It is chi filling you up with a healing. Continue to breathe, breathing in light and exhaling darkness, letting go and letting God. And as you become more and more relaxed, just picture right in the middle of your forehead, right there in the middle, a light, the size of a pinhead, very small, very tiny. And as you focus on that light, it becomes larger and larger. It is expanding and opening up. And what is actually opening is your third eye. And that third eye allows you to see interdimensionally. So that eye is open. And as that eye opens, you see darkness. And then that darkness is filled with millions and millions of points of light. Now allow yourself to enter into those darkness and those lights. For now we are entering into the realm of the heavens. And right in the middle of all those lights is a very, very crystal clear blue light. That is where we're going. Right there. Allow the magnetism of that light to pull you. Trust it. No fear. And as we enter into the atmosphere of this light, which is actually a star, you feel as if you are so full of power, of source. Allow yourself to enter into the star field. And when you enter into that star, it is so beautiful. You see 2 suns and 2 moons in the sky. And every being, every soul in this place is full of light and full of love. There is someone in this realm that is special waiting for you. And that would be your teacher, your spirit guide. You will know them because they will have the brightest and the whitest garment on, shiny. Find them. They are waiting for you. Follow them as they lead you on a path. The most beautiful greenery and trees and florals and plants and the pleasant sound of birds chirping. The air is sweet, full of the fragrances of the flowers, and we have honeysuckle and jasmine and roses, lavender and lilac. And as you walk this path with your teacher, you come to a clearing, and your teacher stops and sits and beckons you to sit in front of them. Now sit in front of this teacher. This teacher is going to teach you through telepathy, unspoken words, mind link, mind lock. Lock with your teacher. Listen very, very carefully to what this teacher has to say to you. Listen. Just relax. Look deeply, deeply, deeply into their eyes. No fear. And listen. And whatever they say to you, you have to bring this message back with you. So listen. And after you have received your message, the honorable thing to do is show some respect to your teacher. It could be a bow. It could be anything. Don't think for a moment that you have nothing to offer. For in this realm, you can create anything. A crystal will appear in your hand if that's what you wish. Whatever you wish to bless this teacher with, give it to them. You may lay it in front of them, or they may reach for it. But give to them exchange for what they have given to you. And after the exchange, you rise and you are led right back on the path through the trees and the florals. The two suns beaming brightly in the sky, and yes, you can see the moons also. And you walk to the edge of the path, walking through the people, raising up your consciousness, going through the sky, seeing the darkness and the stars sparkling all up overhead. You enter back into the darkness, and way in the distance, you see the earth. Allow the magnetism of the earth to draw you, to pull you home. You come back and you see yourself sitting, reposed. Now enter back through the gate of your third eye. Settle into your body, knowing and remembering your message, realizing that you have received a healing, that your spiritual centers are all vibrating, alive. Feel it. Enjoy. And then I will count to 10. And at the count of 10, you'll open your eyes, fully aware of your experience and ready to give back to the world of your peace, of your bliss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eyes open.
That was awesome.
It was.
Cool. My pleasure.
That was the extended remix version. We took us all the way to our first break. Trying to take our first break.
Almost felt.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show. I'm your host, Big Al Dubay.
Karen Andrea Hale.
And Hanisha Hall.
Don Blake Jr.
So we're back into us after this commercial break.
DJ. Man, that's gonna cost somebody about $50.
What happened?
And the right, I'm saying, with the right, that's why I was listening. We brought that music down just right. You could give Kim Sellers a run for her money.
She's like,
You need to go take Kim. I mean, Kim, I know she that's what she has. That's her pride and joy. But you can give Kim Sellers a run for her money.
oh yeah, I remember listening to her early morning, getting ready for
Hey,
school.
some of her commercials is not on here, so I'm playing that Jackson 5 that you told me.
You got, is it one commercial on there?
It's just his commercial.
That's fine. I just play one to play today.
Yeah, I'm about to play the song after this other commercial.
So just to let you know, we on Ustream all over the world. And,
Over the world.
All over.
So you'll so just behind the scenes, they can see us.
Just the,
So let you know, so you'll do no Jackson.
well, no, our commercial's not on here.
Okay.
You see that on
No, I'm just saying, he was like,
Yeah.
there's no commercial to just play
You don't
one of the
remember when he
songs.
left the mic on and he was talking crazy? Yes, that's how you do. This one President Obama.
Oh no.
But everything else was cool.
Right.
Yeah,
He was talking nasty about the car. They got it on the air all over the world. He thought the fight was
too loud.
on YouTube.
And the mic was too low.
Yeah.
So that's why you had to bring the mic down. We had to bring the music down some, bring the mic up.
It was still too loud.
Oh, like I said, we were communicating and we got it just right. Like I said, if you go back and listen to it. Right,
So you made some quick adjustments.
We was fixing it. I'm telling you, you go back and listen to that, man. You don't even need to listen to the rest of the show. Forget you.
What about when we started? The volume was
I thought it was
No,
emotional.
I had to fix the
Is
bar.
it?
Yeah, I thought it was emotional.
At the beginning of the show, it was he had the music too loud. And so I
All
told him
time
to bring the
I was
music down.
talking?
No, I had him bring the music down,
So
bring the
you
microphones up. Yeah, it has a balance. Like mine, it should be music here, mic here, not music here, mic here, because that's you was fighting. You were fighting, and so that's why I told him bring the music down. I mean that way it compliments you, not overpowers you. Oh my God. That's somebody just said out there too.
This what I was thinking. I hope you do it. Not did that tonight. Like if you only got time once a month, just come down and do a section. This is like on whatever you want to do, and like it just be up under my umbrella that way. You don't have to pay for no time, because I'm around a lot of sick people.
Yeah, but
But if you go back and listen to it, man,
I read your whole.
when it's recorded,
yeah, because I got it on here. I was like, okay, this song.
That website.
Cameron did it.
Oh my goodness! I do have to
He said
go back
put it
and do it because that the
Planet
graphic
Jackson.
arts, the fonts.
y'all come
That
back to
is
commercial
you.
already?
I know.
No, that's part of
very
the commercial. He
unique.
just said, because
Oh my
we
goodness!
limited
That's
on
because
commercials.
It
Now
is.
you
Got the
on
promotions. So he just said, just play the
Jackson, man.
He do websites.
No, he just said play the Jackson.
So
So,
you can only promote everybody.
Goodness.
oh dang.
He did it.
It's in installed.
No, not the
It
one,
matches
not
the
the
office.
Synergy of Life promotions.
Yeah.
No, that didn't work.
Man.
All the other ones like these work.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, go back up. Go back up.
I always
you
support
have one
you.
there.
I see
You
a lot of
have
people to you,
one.
and some of them probably don't tell you I said
Right.
it, but yeah.
Exactly.
You don't have a minute.
Hey, what song you want me to play after the this one? When we come back on air?
Nothing.
Oh, just go straight?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Going back.
Some of these sisters that come always said this, and this is not
Okay, so
you
you
when I
are-
say this. I
yeah,
said
it's fine.
they get caught up in the field of
Go
the
back
detail,
up.
but not ready for the responsibility, accountability.
I heard
Like,
that.
but now, like I said, I kind of said this before, like, but like, wait a minute, what about help? When you try to do something else,
Exactly.
you know, 'cause you need to stay in your life. You was not ready for me,
Oh, that's right.
you know. So,
You know, send this video. You know, send this out.
especially when I've been in the extreme opposite to what we used to be. I'm
You didn't send this out?
listening, I'm nurturing.
You didn't send it out.
Not yet.
And it's like, they ain't
Okay.
even had that for
Why
like
did you
even
change
biological
that? What's
reasons.
the-
No, it's like,
I didn't change nothing. It was a blank.
Was it real?
Yeah, it was a blank.
it's really this is
Alright.
like, that song not over with yet, is it?
Yeah. Hold on.
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life. I'm your host, Mikhail Mubay.
And Hanisha Hall.
Karen Andrea Hale.
Downplay Junior.
Yo. Alright. Let's take this. We're going to finish this journey tonight. Thank you for listening in. I want to give a big shout out to our listeners in Houston, Texas, Austin, Texas, San Antonio, Atlanta, North Carolina. What part of Florida is that? We got listeners?
Miami.
Miami.
Oh, wow, man.
Now start with an F. Fort Lauderdale, is that how you
Fort
say it?
Lauderdale.
For the yeah.
Yeah. New Orleans,
Start with an F.
Manhattan, New York.
Oh, Mr. Yancey.
Mr. Yet, Fort Lauderdale?
He said start with an F.
Don't mind them.
Yeah,
we missing security up here right now.
Right.
Yeah, with the service.
we had to lay some people off.
Right? Baltimore, Washington D.C., Chicago, Indiana,
North and South.
and Nepal, India.
Dakota.
Oh, wow, Nepal.
Overseas.
Yeah.
Wow, good.
All right, so now I was reading your website, your bio, Karen. You know, we talk about many things. I don't remember if you told me. I did not know you was part of the Kingdom Hall.
Oh, most definitely. I was raised a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, wow.
Definitely. My parents were Jehovah's Witnesses when I was born.
So I know you probably had people, you know, they probably was kind of at the shot where they see you, what you do, or what you transform to be.
Exactly.
And most people who come on this path like ourselves, they started off in some traditional Western world setting.
Exactly.
So how was that transition for you?
Um, it was you kind of know my chart, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know I have Uranus in the first house.
Oh goodness.
Right.
What did you say? Oh, good.
Okay. So the transition was cool for me. It was not cool for them.
Right.
But I had a determination to be real and to be true to myself. So I was disfellowshipped from being a Jehovah's Witness when I was about 22 years old. I might have been 23. 23 years old, and they did disfellowship me on the grounds of being an apostate. And an apostate is a person who has taken on a different religion other than the religion that they were baptized under. So they did eventually baptize me. It was kind of difficult at first because my psychic ability, my love of astrology was deemed as demonism when I was, younger. And they constantly tried to make me feel bad and feel guilty. But I also had a great love of divinity and a love for God. So I knew that you could only serve one master. You cannot serve two masters. And with the intense love that I had for God, there's no way that the devil could be anywhere near that. You know what I'm saying? It was just no way.
Right.
So I just resigned myself to the creation.
Right.
And if you read the Bible, most of the things that they tell us is demonism and isn't right. Well, Genesis break it down to you right there in the first book. Will let you know that astrologically God created the heavens, and he put two great lights in the heaven, one for the day, one for the night, and he put other points of light in the heavens so that they could serve as signs and omens and seasons. So why you gonna turn around and just say that is bad on one point, and the book is saying that is the creation?
Well, that's because they don't want you to know.
Exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So and just to follow up with that, to keep the listeners well informed, the whole Bible from front to back has many astrological references.
Absolutely.
But some of the most obvious ones are Revelations.
Daniel.
12 gates to the holy city.
Mhm.
There's 3 in the east, 3 in the north, 3 in the west, 3 in the south. That's the 12 signs. So and three to each season. So the term, you said apostate.
Apostate.
So I've never really heard that
I
term
haven't
used,
either.
not outside
Yeah.
the Kingdom Hall.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but
You can look it up.
But not in,
I was gonna do that later.
Yeah, apostate.
that's
Yeah.
not a traditional term they use in other denominations in the churches.
I don't know. It's in the dictionary.
They probably
You're an
use it more in
apostate.
Kingdom Hall more so.
Not necessarily, but that's where I was raised, so that's where it was given to me. So when they needed grounds to disfellowship me, they used that as grounds to disfellowship me as an apostate.
So were you banned, like really banned?
I was banned from the Kingdom Hall. I was banned from speaking to my people, from my relatives. Once they disfellowship you, they don't talk to you.
So were your
And you're
family on board with that? They didn't talk to you?
My dad, my dad was the ministry school servant, and he talked to me, but he was very circumspect, very rigid,
Okay.
and very
Cut and
cautious.
dry.
Yeah, because my dad had gotten sick toward the right after I was disfellowshipped, and he had leukemia, and they wanted to put him in a nursing home, and I was married at that point. And I suggested to my father that I come and stay with him to take care of him because no parent of mine was going into a nursing home.
Right.
I don't care.
Right.
And I even told my husband, I was like, look, I might have to disappear for a minute. I'm going to take care of my dad.
Right.
So, but when I went to my father, he was like, you're disfellowshipped, you can't come.
So even in sickness, he did not.
Nope. Yeah, that was
deep.
painful.
Yeah.
That was painful, but that's the depth of that indoctrination from that particular sect.
Okay.
Well, This for years, I have bear witness to people from different styles of churches, Kingdom Halls, some but everywhere. Come see the sisters.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, they come.
And a lot of them call themselves sneakers.
Exactly, they do. That's true. That's true. Absolutely.
What? How? Nah, I know it's just an everyday thing for you. But when you see people sneaking to come see you, what is that like? What was your take on that at first? You know, how did you look at it?
I looked at it as they needed. They needed something that they weren't getting. That's you know, I didn't judge them. I didn't condemn them or anything. I just knew.
You understood.
I understood.
As like far as similar to your transformation. So
I have a question.
go ahead.
How did you know you had that gift? What age were you?
I probably was maybe 3 years old, and I can say that. Okay, my mother died when I was 1. Okay, so when my mother passed, I'm the youngest of 4. I didn't know that my mother was dead because I was only 1 year old. Right, and I saw her every day. You feel me?
After she transitioned.
Absolutely. But so how did I know she was dead?
Wow, so she was still communicating.
She was still coming to all of us at the same time.
Okay.
So when we got to a point where we decided to discuss that, my dad said that was a demon, because when you're dead, you're dead. There is no life until Jehovah resurrects you after, after the judgment.
Right.
And that which was coming to us was a demon. So I knew that veil between life and death for me never closed.
Okay.
Because my mom left. So that realm never was empty and vacant to me. It wasn't closed. I was open to it so early. Very early. Though I fought it for a long time, and I slept with my Bible until I got married. I'm going to keep it real.
I've had experiences, and it scares you. I mean, especially when
absolutely.
You're young, it scares you.
Yeah,
I remember saying a prayer, I didn't want to see stuff.
Absolutely. You know, especially when you have your dad and you love him and you trust him. You know, my dad was a senior Mikael. Because my dad, in the 50s, it was unheard of a man to take care of his children.
It still is now.
It is now, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's becoming more common. Yeah.
And he did not give us away. He raised all of us. He kept us all together.
Okay.
So he was
rare in his day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the youngest out of my siblings. And my mother got hit by a car when I was 5.
Wow, I don't know.
So I just think, listening to her, people who are on this path of enlightenment as ourselves, when, I used to be called kind of named extraterrestrial. Where you from?
Yeah, they used to call me weird in school.
Because of my mental emotional disciplines. Early on, people who appointed from on how to do felicitate healing, and teach. We experience different virtuous practice, and the one I'm talking about right now is spiritual law of detachment. And early on for me, when I first seen Superman with Christopher Reeves, I said that reminded me of my mom. When the part where they was preparing baby Superman with the crystals,
Wow. Okay.
because my father, he had broke his neck while my mother was carrying me.
Wow.
So my mother, I'm the 5th child. She in a whole state of mind by the time she had me.
Right.
She had 4 girls, and she in another serious state. So I caught that.
That sounded like my mother when she was.
So everything, and she was a school teacher and computer engineer. So I'm learning early. She having me say stuff every day. I didn't even know how to write yet.
Exactly.
And one of the things she had me say all the time is there's a preparation in everything. Chance favors the preparing. So as far as emotionally coming up, I was just always cool, reserved, laid back, and I never, even though I have my biological parents, I never been around a mother and father figure.
Right.
So so I used to get a lot of compliments coming up, you know, being far advanced in different things, my way of thinking. And people be excited, say, "Oh, ask me about parents," and I tell them what happened. And they say, this used to kind of irritate me when they say this. They say, "Oh, first you just gave me a compliment, right?" Then they say, "Oh, you poor thing." And
Absolutely.
And I say, I'm looking at their house, I'm saying, y'all the ones in trouble.
I'm all right.
Y'all got
Exactly.
parents, grandparents, y'all in bad shape. I'm doing good.
Right.
You know?
You all right?
So I've always been a happy child. Always. When I had, I probably got around 8, I realized that when people in America say they love and care, they don't mean that. Because I've always been around love and happiness. So my mother was very powerful figure in the community. She taught at Tri-C, East Tech, East High. She's well known her different business endeavors. So, and my father was a deputy of the state. So and they both was tourists born on the same day.
Oh, wow.
My mother was a tourist. When's your mom's birthday?
The 28th.
My mom is the 29th of.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
No, is that Malcolm X's birthday? No, he a Gemini.
He's a Gemini.
Yeah. Yeah, so he a May 28th.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's a
Yeah, so I was hearing the similarities, So what kind of how at what point in time in your life where you came into your identity and you becoming fully aware of your mission?
Okay. I began when
Trying to figure out how to put that.
Okay, when I met Hassan Phillips Bey, that was my husband, and he took me to the Moore Science Institute, and he told me that I was the widow.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he's breaking all that down to me, and I was like, wow, that's fascinating. And he started talking to me about astrology and showing me about astrology, and I always had a love for it anyway. And that's what happened. And I became a vegetarian. We ate, in fact, we didn't even cook our food. We were just raw-tarians. And that's when I owe that to him.
So you went from Gene on the X-Men defeated. So.
Exactly. Yes.
You see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of people. So did we So was your when you was a radio personality?
I was gonna ask her about that.
And around that time, people who so here's the question. So people who try to ban you out, any of those ever come back around to seeing you?
Sure.
Right.
I mean, when I first started, even on the path, even some of my relatives were saying that, I was crazy, and that I should do something like go to college and get a degree. Why are you trying to do this? That's crazy. And, once I showed my determination to do and be who I was, they all came aboard.
So what is it? What's some of their responses now that they see?
Oh, that's my cousin. That's
Right.
my sister. That's my niece.
They claim it is now, right?
Yeah.
You definitely a well-known personality in what you do here in our city. So now the people who kind of shunned you out, they seeing your longevity in this over the years.
Exactly.
And I'm quite sure they had some unfortunate experiences in life, even though they supposed to be saved and all these things.
Exactly.
So what's some of they statements they make to you now? They seek out your help, don't they? Some of them.
Yes, they do.
Wow.
They do, and they let me know that they love me and they love what I do.
They just was afraid to say.
Right.
Because it's against the church.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're raised in a traditional religious
Exactly.
then like you say, it's taught that it's
That is the devil.
that it's evil. Yeah. Right. So.
Well, when we have, it's a global historical fact. You watch Roots, you watch Armistead, you even watch The Book of Negroes, which was the latest Lifetime show that came out, whatever station that came on.
Actually,
And it shows how a lot of the traditional teachings of church was taught to us on the plantation. That's a hands down fact. Right. And a slave is taught to obey, not to reason, not to think or rationalize for themselves or anything that goes against the agenda of the slave master. So a lot of us know the things we follow is wrong. Our lifestyle proves that we don't understand the spirit world and even the simplicity of the material universe. I mean, when you live in a country when the leading cause of a death is lifestyle food related. Right. And one thing I say on this show from time to time, I haven't said it lately, I talk about don't dare tell me you're in a relationship with a supreme being and you've been in toxic relationships all your life. Right. You can't get away from Ray down the way, but you're in this toxic relationship with this almighty something. So do that make sense?
It does make sense. I know exactly where you're going with that.
You say I got a relationship with God, but you don't know the way relationship is very toxic and unhealthy. So it doesn't make sense when you say you have a relationship with God when we submit our will to our mental and emotional vices. There's no way you can have a relationship. You said, like you said earlier, you can't serve two masters.
No, you can't.
And so when you serve in your Lord self, that is the God you talk about you got a relationship with, so. And that's one thing I tell all my clients. I tell them when you begin this healing journey, you're going to find out who not your family friends, not who is.
That's true.
Because, it's a phrase I tell everybody do away with that don't make no sense. That phrase, I could do bad by myself. No, you can't, because misery that bad is company.
They love that.
Right.
Nobody, if people do bad by themselves, it would be no such thing as a hater.
No, that's true. That's true.
So what's some of your tell the listeners some of the things you do as far as your you being one who facilitate healing and as a teacher. What's some of the things you teach? And tell us about your temple.
Okay. My love of teaching is for women. I love to work with females. Okay. I love to work with women. And I have facilitated healing with women for the past 25 years. So I have women's circles, women groups, and which has led me into an understanding of my spiritual path, which is the path of the ancient ancestors from Kemet, Egypt, ancient Egypt. I love astrology. Oh my God. I love astrology. And I love the tarot cards because I read tarot cards. I read the tarot cards, but I associate the tarot cards with astrology because they're together. But I'm an artist and I majored in art in school, so I like the beauty of the pictures of the tarot cards. So I do astrology, I do the tarot, and there's a system that I created where I read semi-precious gemstones. I do that also. I do meditation. And I used to have this teacher who is teaching me Tai Chi.
All right. So what's his name?
His name is Mikael Nube.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard about him.
Exactly.
He all right.
So, you know, I gotta say this. You know, we both keep it real. You know, I'm not just saying this because you're here. You know that, right?
Okay.
You know, I guess you could say this in all types of circles. You have people who are sincere in the church. You got people who are not.
Exactly.
It's just a social club. You got people, they say they Muslims, Buddhists, and all that, but they really not those things. And a lot of people say they kibbit, but they not.
Exactly. This is true.
And the youth have done so well with that here in our city, where and like myself, you know, in my field of work, I draw all kinds of people who say they Jehovah's and all that, but you coming to me,
But you coming to right.
you know.
Right.
And this sister, as you know, Sister Karen, everybody come. Everybody come.
From all walks of life.
Everybody come, cause you learning. You learning that something pertain to you on all levels of the whole self, and a lot of the traditional things we've been taught here as that perpetuate our slave mentality. It has far gone lost its grip. But people so worried about what the next person gonna say when they make a stand for themselves, you know. So we definitely want to take another break, and we're gonna continue with this lovely interview, the unfoldment of Karen Andrea Hale.
Hale.
All right.
Right. You are. I said Hale.
I know, I'm just teasing.
And that ain't H-E-L either. That's H-A-L-E.
Right, not Hale.
Hale.
Right.
So once again, I'm your host, Nick Hale Dubé.
And I'm Hanisha Hall.
And I am Karen Andrea Hale.
And Don Blake Jr.
Come back, tune into the Synergy of Life Holistic Health Wellness Radio Show.
Okay, we're gonna need that thing in.
All right.
I think I'm premenopause on. I'm like,
You are?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Wild yam root.
You said wow.
Wild yam root.
Okay. Yeah, because I be flashing, sweating much.
Yes. That's what it is.
And then I get cold.
That's what it is. And you're doing caffeine.
No caffeine.
You don't do caffeine?
No.
No coffee, no caffeine?
I
No.
don't do coffee.
Okay, because that will make it worse. Okay, cool.
It bothers my stomach.
Good. Okay, cool. Okay.
Wild yam.
Wild yam.
Do they have like the liquid
I don't
extract?
They have it like I open up the capsules and I put it in a smoothie.
Okay. All right. And it works. All right.
But I never really had hot flashes.
Good for
Jeffrey,
you.
I was going Jeffrey.
I'm early.
It's like a, how do you?
No, it's
Okay.
okay.
I started at 40.
Okay.
So while we talking, play.
Play
Oh, that's great.
that one.
I thought you loved it.
I missed
Do
it.
you?
And do
See, mine of it is very painful.
Oh,
play before the commercial.
no, you're not.
Before
No,
the
I can't
before
wait.
you play that.
But then I have to deal with some other.
Jeffrey, I was going on.
After the
Oh, the growth. No, that's one. But that's 1 minute growth.
That's fine. Then play
It's not
that.
happening to me.
Play the pearls right there.
Nice.
And play that any
That's the wild yam root.
Alright, and then that's for
Good.
And
so that's like the
for
commercials.
activity. Keeps
Yeah,
it flowing.
before we come
So
back
if you're
on
not
the air.
having sexual
Alright, so
activity,
I'll play it right now then.
Okay.
I'll probably not worry.
Then while we talking
exactly
about
right.
that, instrumental that
And as
Janae,
long as you have that,
I don't need you. I need you.
Yeah, when y'all talking.
Okay.
or when you
And-
have
and,
those, you know, you have those
after that
periods of
one, while we
celibacy, 'cause
talking.
sometimes I would
Hold
go
on.
celibate.
Yeah.
Then,
Alright.
yeah.
It might.
Yeah.
See that, and the,
No, he's just
the
saying
thing
after that
about
commercial,
that
just play this one.
is-
And then play the song. We're gonna play another song. Oh, I played two.
You don't play station
I feel you. No, I understand.
We do, but we don't have them here. You just, I talk about horror, so you only put yours on there. That's what I was trying to tell you. Hold on, right quick.
Right. Right.
You don't hear this thing.
And then, right.
You don't hear this in the mic. 'Cause I don't
You gotta do
hear
his
it.
job. Yeah, right. You got to work it. Right. Yeah, so you got to be on
you got
your
to
job.
be on it.
Mm-hmm. You got to be. What you talking about?
Yeah, he can't be.
You got.
He got to be patient, and he got to.
Play the after
Yeah.
the Janae throw up the instrumental. Play the instrumental to Michael Jackson, "Stranger in Moscow." He just passed it.
Hold on.
You know what? That's what that is.
Hold on right quick.
But you know, older one be seasoned. You know.
Janae, you ain't gonna hang.
Right. You got to do.
You got to
bring it.
You got to bring it.
Yeah.
All of
At
it.
the end of the
I'm
show,
gonna take
you
that.
want to do a
Make sure
close out
things
meditation.
flow.
Play that Reiki.
But I really
Play the
do.
record,
I
yeah.
looked it up and I said, you know, me and one other friends talking about it. I'm like, I pretty much.
My daughter is serious.
Is she? No,
She breaks out in the sweat.
I do too. I do. And then I get cold.
She does too.
Yeah.
But the sheets get
Right
wet.
here.
Yeah. I wake up and I'm wet. My back.
Okay, so you want this one and this one. You want it just like that. When we come back for a commercial, then I'm just gonna let it play while y'all talking. Alright.
But I couldn't
Also,
He got that level set already
like my
before
legs.
we
You
get
know,
on.
that's it, right?
I mean, because I wake up and I'm sweat, you know, you start tripping, thinking something wrong
The
with your
station
medicine.
ID is on there.
And I'm like, I really think I'm going
Yeah, why you ain't play that?
no yours, just that
The
one.
station ID,
Absolutely.
that's the same
And
one you
everyone's
take
body
to
is
the
different.
show.
No, the synergy of life is not on
That
there.
times 46.
That's the one I was talking about. I'm talking about the synergy of life and all the
ID.
other commercials wasn't on here. It's just your commercial in there.
We'll
Just
play
to,
his again.
No.
Right,
No,
I
exactly.
knew.
The
Right.
thing is, the station ID.
Oh, yes.
That's the place
Yeah,
at
it's
the beginning of the
Yeah.
show.
yeah, that's on there,
Did you
but
play that? How many times have you played that?
just
Well,
once.
they
You should've
said
played
You're supposed to play that in every commercial.
There's a lot of estrogen.
So
in the
play
muscles
that
and in the
before you
tissue.
bring in the
So you want me to
The
play?
estrogen, the
That-
extra
yeah, you supposed to
estrogen
play
that you
that
have
every
is
commercial.
Every commercial, yeah.
regulating your hormones.
You play that
your
every
hormones.
commercial?
Okay.
No,
No, I didn't.
So
Just
after
play it.
NDRE go off, play that,
It
then
is.
fade
Yeah.
in with the
It's
Janae
amazing.
And I'm trying to transition
instrumental.
over
That we
So
gonna talk
play.
No,
about.
play that. No, play this.
To play that
Then
and
play
play
Synergy of
your
Life
life.
to and from commercial.
Right.
Then goes to
Yeah.
then goes to that.
Squeeze and stuff.
Yeah, so it's NDRE. Then it's that. Then it's the Synergy of Life to
Now,
and from
can I
commercial.
order-
Then you go to
Or
that.
order it online.
There you go.
Hey, Mikael,
That's
do you
how
have
it's
yoni
gonna
eggs?
No what?
Do you have yoni eggs?
No the X?
Yoni eggs.
No.
You don't sell the yoni eggs to the sister?
Why you say it like that? Like, no.
I'm just gonna do
Yeah,
it like
you
that.
ready?
That's it.
Yeah, right.
I thought you.
You started blushing when you said it.
I'm trying to figure out what she said. I thought she just saw she said noni.
Oh, like
Yoni.
Then you come back.
Okay. No,
So
you
Y O
don't
N I.
take YONI.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
I'ma
goes
look
back.
that up.
After you
And
come
a
here,
prostate.
you have
Drilled.
to make sure now. Are
You
you
want the
talking
one
to
with the
I'm
hole
walking
in
up
it.
and going
We
through
talking-
that?
yeah, we talking through that.
Like,
Okay, so now you have to make sure that this is lower
tight,
than the
so the
microphone.
string hangs down when you pull it out.
Okay.
Oh, dude, you keep telling your nobody want to hear you, man. You know the guy. You keep telling your
Okay.
One day I love
That's why I told him I you're not doing a lot of talking.
What you do? You
Just
start.
in case.
I start squat. I just squatted
Yeah,
and
all
just
my secrets, man.
and pushing.
Like,
it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm about to say.
That would have been embarrassing.
That-
I would have been embarrassed.
You know, they don't. You know. Of
I
course,
would have
they're
been
not gonna
embarrassed.
describe that
Right,
type of
right,
stuff.
right, right.
It happens.
Yeah, they came out. So now sometimes I don't even put the string in it.
You just
once
know
you
how.
once in your
Yeah.
Because that's when you know you had that.
muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know,
Make sure you
fast,
pay
some
attention
people
to
don't.
how that comes
My
in.
mother
Make
taught
sure
me I
that
ain't-
the balance
Okay, so
is
then-
right.
Because you know we was cool.
Right, exactly.
And she knew when I was
Mhm.
in voice.
Right.
You know, they learn how to-
Voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Milky.
Yeah.
Music should be
Right.
At least three parts, at least 2 parts on the music.
Right. Right. Milk it. Yeah.
So it's the answer part, like, second, that part of
No,
right
the
there.
third.
Yeah. That way.
After you
Comes up.
after you introduce yourself again, we come out from the break. Did you read that for me?
Alright.
Read.
Just read that.
Oh, I better get my glass.
You your glass right here?
These mine.
mine
So you
is
need
in
that
my
first?
That purse heavy.
Mine like that too.
Okay,
They
excuse
be
me.
like, what do you got? They
I think
think.
I change. Every time I get change, I drop it in the bottom of this thing.
Because I ate, when I ate that, I ate earlier.
Here come it, come.
You're right.
Thank you. Read all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Just that. Just read that.
to the audience to hear.
Okay.
Oh, you got on this live now, right?
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life. I'm your host, Mikhail Dubé.
And Hanisha Hall.
And Karen Andrea Hale.
And Down Blake Jr.
The show that provides scientific, clinical, moral, spiritual evidence on how to reverse acute, chronic, autoimmune diseases that's created by mental and emotional toxic patterns. We also teach you how to establish a successful holistic lifestyle and a true sense of health and wellness.
And you can find them at the website www.whohasthepowershow.com. You can like us on Facebook, www.facebook.com//Synergy of Life. Follow us on Twitter, Synergy of Life 07, and email us at synergyoflife7@gmail.com. And you can also call us at 330-752-2771.
Yeah. So, how has it been? You got 4 sons.
Ooh, I do.
What's
Yeah,
been it like
so
for them
sweet.
interacting with a mom like yourself?
They had no choice but to get with the program.
I know that's right.
You know, it's like they knew that they had the weirdest mom in the world. Okay, and they you know, they had no choice but to accept me, and it's just their way of life, and that was their mother, and that's just the way that it is. They would come to me and talk to me about their spiritual experiences, their sightings of different things, and you know, I was a praying mother. I prayed a lot. I would just drop down on my knees walking through the house and just start praying. They would be like, oh, okay.
Oh my God, you sound like my
For real, yeah. Just drop down, break it, just do it, you know. And I required them to have a reading at least once a month. I would read them, but once they became teenagers, it was like, Mom, we don't need all that,
You all in my
because they were,
business.
they were up to stuff. They were up to stuff.
Right.
I was like, no, you didn't really have this reading.
Right. Sit down.
Yeah, sit down. We got to see.
Right.
What's some of the things they friends say when they come over and
Oh, your mom is so cute.
Oh,
And then they would be like, oh, don't let me have to whoop you.
right.
Oh, she got a nice voice. Like stuff like that.
So, how have you been when they try, or when women try to court them? How was your involvement in that process?
I try to give them the best advice possible as a woman, what to look for in a woman. But they kind of like are old souls, my sons, and they kind of like pattern. They saw how I did, and they kind of pattern things after that. You know, I give them the old Southern talk though.
Right.
I did. I had to give them the Southern talk, like, man, look, don't be eating no spaghetti when you first meet no.
I know. I've heard that.
You know, I give him the talk. It's like, whoa, look, nothing red. You know,
Nothing red.
I would do that with them, but I pretty much left them to make their own choices and decisions. But I was there for them because I understood the more that you tell a child no, the more that they wanted it. So
When they bring a female to meet you, did the female feel that she had to, once she got to know you a little bit, did she feel like she had to prove something or felt inadequate?
not to my, I don't think so, because
Okay.
I was very mothering to them. To them, they just kind of like took to me.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know you like that, but you like, they might be like, oh my gosh, she might
See,
not feel like I'm good
now,
enough
see,
for
this
this.
is the thing. They rarely bring a female because they, you know,
They already know.
No, they already know, and they only would bring somebody that they were really interested in.
Right,
The other
right,
ones,
right.
they ain't get through the door. You know, they're like, you ain't coming in my meet my mama.
Right.
Yeah. So the ones that did make it were, you know her. We cool.
Right.
One of my better students.
I know this is a frequent asked question to me by a lot of females who familiar with what I do and you know what you do. I'm quite sure you get this question too. Uh, this one of them. Wow, you know, people who interested about getting disciplined on the path of spiritual enlightenment. A lot of females concerned about finding someone to be evenly yoked with.
Yes.
You know, so
Yep. Mhm.
so it's amazing how people think they won't find someone where they still in that what I'm used to syndrome.
Exactly.
You know, and they in a position like you mentioned in the meditation about realizing our true inner power. Or you at a level now you can draw some of everything.
True.
You know, so what's some of the things you like? They listening now. Sometimes people don't call in. They come on the chat line.
Exactly, I understand.
What's some of the things you say to the sisters about far as they concerned about finding someone evenly yoked with when they enter the path of truth?
When they enter the path of truth, okay, that's a different story. Because a lot of women that come to me aren't coming from that angle of having someone equally yoked like that. Most women who come to me, they're already in a relationship, and their concern is the problems that they might be having in their relationship and what can they do to solve it. But the only thing that I could tell a sister that is conscious, so to speak, is that you got to be what it is you want.
Right, that's right.
You know, so that you can have it. Don't, you know, be it, and you'll attract it.
Yeah, this one thing I want to ask you. One of the many things.
Okay.
Now, this is show we say what you can't say. That's what Bernie Mac said.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So why what's been your take on many people who have seen you for years? I know you give them great guidance on many things. But they turn right around.
And do it, and do what they want to do.
Right.
You would kind of ask, like, what is the point of them asking? But it's like kind of like human nature, that there are some people that they want to know, but when they're hoping, when they come to you, they're hoping that you're going to say something different. And so when you say it and it's contrary to some of their actions, or they just kind of go and do it anyway, and then they come back for me to fix it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you told me not so and so, but I did. And what should I do now? Huh?
What I told you.
Yeah.
So that leads to the next part.
Uh-oh.
There's something. What is it that is so intriguing about the work you do? They know it's the truth. Whatever you share with them, or you give them profound confirmation of something they've been drowning out in their own still small voice. What is it that why statistically people still come anyway, and they invest in this guidance you give them, and whatever resources that's provided for them through the revelations they get. Why they still why?
Because of habit. We're habitual. People are habitual. And we have personalities, and we have upbringings, and we have phobias, and we have, these things. And I can sit here and tell you this, blah, 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 don't do this. But if you're accustomed to doing things a certain way, it's not going to be that easy for you to just break the habit. It's like I could tell a sister, this man that you have, he don't like all that talk you giving him. You need to just, tone your words down a little bit, be a little more gentle. But if they saw their mom cussing out their dad, or fighting, with the man and other people, other women doing that, I could say that and they could leave and say, okay, I'm not going to. But as soon as that man does something, woo!
Right.
Whew.
I've been to some of your meetings,
Mhm.
and us being felicitators, we have to practice stillness
Mhm.
and neutrality.
Mhm.
So I've seen some of the females' response when you speak in
Mhm.
absolute fairness
Mhm.
about change and some of the especially generational negative patterns that we
Mhm.
have as a people. And when you mentioned something when I can tell they thought you was gonna co-sign or something
Right.
negative way.
I know.
So when you're teaching them to elevate beyond what they're doing, they just
I know.
you
Mhm.
know so
Mhm. It's habit.
Mhm.
It's habitual, and I have a little bit of a natural understanding because I was raised by a man. So by being raised by a man, and then I have 4 sons. So I've basically been the only female in the house, a lot. And being raised by a man who was born in 1917,
wow.
Oh, wow.
okay?
Yeah.
Because my dad was born in 1917. He's straight old school.
Right.
And so he, did a lot of talking about how a woman should act with a man
Mm-hmm.
and
Sure
what
he
turns a
did.
man off. And so,
So
I wanted to please my father.
so did he have any of that time era? He was before and during Jim Crow.
Hmm.
So did he have any influences from that?
My dad was so, he was just himself.
All right,
I
all
think
right.
that's where I got it from.
Regardless of what was going on in that time era.
Hmm. Yeah, he really had a mind of his own.
So, the many of us who know you, and we talked a lot about this in our past. I know I seen a lot of men who are drawn to you. They don't know you just a simple person,
Hmm.
and why do you think a lot of them they're intimidated by you? No, they like you and all that now, but they just
I think that the men who are like intimidated by me are probably liars.
oh
You understand what I'm saying?
right.
Because they're assuming that I'm going to read something, that is going to be contrary to what they are about. And that's where the intimidation comes in. And I don't sit and read my man.
Right.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't
understand.
sit
Yes.
and drop no tarot cards to see what he's doing.
Right.
I don't look at his chart to see what's up. I don't do that. And that's simple. Me just how I'm looking at you, they get to fidgeting.
Right.
It's like, why you looking at me like that?
Probably.
I'm just looking at you. What?
Right.
Right.
Isn't that deep? Yeah, why you looking at me like that? Oh, well, how am I looking?
So I experienced that. For example, I'm very nurturing and giving, and I tell them everything, what I've been through, what I'm definitely not gonna deal with.
Exactly.
Everybody know that about me. I don't care. You beat me the bus stop, you gonna know that. And what makes them think after I told you all this information, all the do's and the don'ts, that you gonna come along and you done see me cut off other people with no problem. And they turn right around, think they gonna do the same thing that I had to cut the other people off and think I'm gonna deal with this.
But women, we have a kind of a strange way that we hot wired. Because to a degree, we kind of think we could change a man. So you could sit there and say, well, I don't this and I'm going to take this and blah, blah. And the sister might be sitting there thinking like,
Yes,
I might be able to change that.
Let me tell you something. At that point, I had to pronounce that clinically insane because I done
Exactly.
I'm very straight, raw, uncut. So there's no way you can, in a reasonable state of mind, could possibly think
That you can
that you thought I was gonna deal with all this issue. You know I'm the health person. You know I'm not. You know what it is that I say this. People love and hate me for the same reasons. The same
That's true.
discipline and
That's true.
all the positive qualities they drawn to. When they cut up, that same discipline is what's gonna cut you off.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, first you put me on high, now I'm discovering the universe because I told you no.
Exactly.
Or I'm reinforcing my healthy boundaries. You see, so you know I didn't work hard, you know, most of my life to be in the state I'm in and to turn around and get sick and break down.
Exactly.
You know,
Right.
from negative toxic behavior patterns.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you know, that's another thing. People who I'm quite sure come to you who want to join your temple and elevate themselves. They so concerned about if a man would a man like me like this.
That's because of the culture that we
Right, your
live
society,
in.
yeah.
Society has taught women that the best commodity to have is a man. That's the most important commodity that you can get is a man. You know, and a lot of women have bought into that. So, you know, women want a man.
So tell us the name of your temple, what that name stand for, and what's some of the
Okay.
things you teach there.
Okay, we have the new Aset Temple, and it's spelled N-U-A-S-E-T, Temple. Aset is a Kemetic or an Egyptian nature or nechert, which is a force or a part of God. Okay, and Aset represents feminine, female power. Set or Set. She represents the seat. She represents the throne that the king or the man sits on. A man receives his power through the woman. And that's on the real.
See, I have a question.
It is. It's true.
What are some of the classes that you offer, services that you offer?
Okay. We have tarot classes and astrology classes, meditation, and people are trying to get me to do some other things like belly dance. So we do belly dancing,
Okay.
things like that.
And your location? For the
We are at 5340 Hamilton Avenue, Suite 205.
and business hours?
Business hours are Mondays through Thursdays. No, I'm off on Mondays. Tuesdays through Thursdays, 9:30 to 5. Fridays, 9:30 to 1. And Sundays, 1:30 to 4 during the readings. But the temple is from 11 to like a quarter to 1.
Okay.
You got a contact number for that?
Area code 216-691-9214. I actually practice the Sabbath.
Yes, but I know.
And yeah, and so that's why I'm not
No
open
Saturday.
on Saturdays. And I'm not practicing the Sabbath because I feel like I'm Jewish. I practice it because I need it for my sanity.
That's
Oh.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I deal with people every day and their problems, and I'm sensitive, and I pull that in myself, and I need that downtime, that quiet time with no lights on, no nothing on, just candles and incense, where I could woosah.
Yes, you have to. Because
Or I'll
you
go
absorb-
off.
Yeah. Especially dealing with people, like you said,
Yeah,
dealing with their problems.
exactly.
And, you know,
And
you
I'm absorbing it. I'm
Yeah.
sensitive.
What's some of the things you do for the listeners out of town? Some service you could do over the phone.
All of them.
All of them. Okay. All right. Well, you got a website?
I do, and it's www.sistruminc.com. SISTRUMINC.com.
Hey, y'all gotta check out her website. It's
I
amazing.
got a few things.
I mean, the way it's put together, and her son put it together.
Wow, he did. He put that whole office space together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Okay.
did.
Have you been
I'm
there?
checking it. No, not to the new one.
Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show. Once a month, we're going to be donating services. Well, we're going to sponsor services, you know, probably to the 5th or 10th caller
Okay.
for Sister Karen's Temple.
Okay.
So
That would be nice.
we'll be
Nice.
promoting that starting next week.
Okay.
So what's some guidance you'll give to some of the sisters? I meet so many women who wants to heal, and usually, statistically speaking, we get ready to do the consultation, or we have begun, and who they living with, or who they living with just won't. They pulling on them like,
Right.
because the first thing the guy is fearing is that she gonna leave me, and he's right.
If he doesn't come aboard, if he doesn't come
right.
aboard, yeah,
Because a lot of people feeding each other's weakness
this is
and not
true.
their strengths.
Hmm.
So
Codependency.
so he's seeing she getting herself together, and she's not gonna want. After he heard some of the things she gonna learn, he's like, oh no, this guy got to go.
That's true.
You know, so what's some of the things that we go? Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I want to interrupt your flow, so we're gonna take one more break.
Okay.
Then we come back to that question.
Okay.
I'm your host, Mikhail Nube.
And I'm Hanisha Hall.
And Karen Andrea Hale.
And Don Blake Jr.
Tune back here to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show on Who Else the Power Radio Network.
That's the last break. What time is it now?
9:30.
Oh,
Wow,
Wrap it
it's
up.
moving.
Yeah.
Like when you say like 8 to 10, it seems like
It seems so
that's a
long.
time, but then it goes by
It
so
moves.
fast. Yeah.
You see, you 30 minutes when you done with the guy.
I didn't mean it to take
No, that
30
was
minutes.
cool. That was cool. You know, I know they would do that all, but I didn't want to say that. You know, you can't break the bow when you
No.
get started. You
Right.
know? That was great. You know.
What's wrong, yeah? Can I get in on the read?
I'm dead serious.
You gonna read?
You should. I'm dead
Are you gonna
Yeah.
really enjoy the experience? I'm telling you.
I'm just about the spirit, it's about the information.
I know.
The
I'm
spirit is
intrigued for you
there.
to do it. I'm telling you. I'm saying that your brother, you need to do it.
So, like, do I need to set up an appointment?
Yeah.
You should talk to she right there again.
Yeah.
So you talk.
Yeah.
I'm talking to him because he's.
Because he gonna do the
You gonna be-
sponsor.
you want to be sponsored,
Hey,
right?
that's for the listeners. No, you should. I said, Treva went, DJ went. You remember Treva, right?
I gotta come too.
Okay.
She went
I gotta get this
to the
together.
movies
Okay.
with us.
Then you know I
Yeah.
gotta stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Get stuff.
When we the last time we went to West Side, and she was here with.
Oh, where she been?
She do hair, and she got 2 jobs.
Oh.
She do hair, and she.
Did you do her head on that?
Remember the show we did about what's true love?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
She was the first.
No,
I remember seeing Ninja Turtles. And she
Yeah.
was good.
Sister Karen, I must say, it's refreshing. Like mind you, like I said, I am very in tune, like I said, to that, and like I said, especially when I see certain symbols. I'm gonna tell you where I first learned that though. I was like, God, I was much younger. Eric
Right. Mm-hmm.
He from Chicago.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he not.
What'd you say that for? What
That
that just means my energy is so much different from those you want to see.
It's true.
My energy is like my energy. I'm not even from Chicago. I'm
No, because that stuff my back. You know my back is.
I was born in Fort Worth when my parents were in the military.
We gonna get some high stools. We're gonna pull that from over there. We're about to revolve.
Are you? You're gonna paint?
Chicago.
Yeah. I'm about to have studio lights, everything.
Okay.
Backdrops.
Okay.
Well, welcome to Ohio.
Yeah, I've been here over 10 years.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah. But then I'm also, I've been in this business now for 10 years, over 10 years. So I've been in this business for over 10 years, and I like travel. But you said some things that are very, like I said, spiritually speaking, I felt it. Because I honestly, again, I was always taught you. Anytime you seek any kind of service, you don't seek services for somebody else. You seek it for yourself, even though you know it's because of somebody else that you need to seek the services.
Exactly.
But yeah, it hurt some things that made a lot of sense. And even to where, and I think probably one thing that you said most women will probably have the biggest fight with is when you talked about the temple and where the man gets the energy from. And as soon as you say the seat of a man, what you mean? The seat of a man. Ain't no man sitting on me. Ain't no man putting his foot on me. It's like, hold on, wait a minute.
That's not it. That's not it. It's deep.
But when you're spiritually closed-minded, then that's the first thing you'll think, oh man, you telling me I gotta be subservient to the man and this and that.
No, that's where he gets his strength and his power. You are the seat of his power.
You know how many people would have you said that?
Well, because like you say, society and how they've been trained, brainwashed to think. You know.
I think it's an honor.
Yeah, I do too. You get your energy from.
It's an honor.
But then, mind you, I don't want to say it's the 21st century. Oh man, we just equal. We can do everything men do. And you just like, oh, wait up.
Yeah, you keep trying to do everything in a man do. You're going to get a mastectomy, you're going to get your womb cut out, your ovaries removed.
Right.
You'll be just like a man.
Right.
You know who you are.
Exactly.
You know who
exactly.
you are.
A lot of people don't.
Exactly.
Though.
Yeah.
You know what, I think that guy, I ain't trying to see, I'm trying to come in here and take over the show. I don't want to ask no questions.
Well, man, stop all that. Ask questions.
I'll be trying to,
Do your thing over there, right?
I'm executive producer and all that. I'll be trying to do all that, man. Let y'all do y'all show. They have creative.
They have creative license, creative license.
I don't really make a big deal, but honestly, how many women have you told that to? And they respect. I'm saying they respond to that negatively when you said that.
Nobody.
Wow.
They may have internalized it, but nobody's.
Wow.
Because it's an honor.
I
said it's an honor.
Changed. The energy never changed from that person. Because mind you, I like make you know where I'm coming from with this, right?
I'm trying to figure out what y'all talking about.
You were talking about women who feel like they don't want to.
One more commercial, y'all.
Play some music.
Play some music. We'll come back and
Look, no, seriously. You know what I'm
what's
going
wrong
through.
now?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what specifically you're talking about right now, though.
As far as me, as much who's doing more than the other, and I can't. It's crazy. It's crazy.
What's happening?
But on what level, though? You talking about on a material level?
Material level, emotional level, spiritual level. Spiritually disconnected is not working.
Right.
Honestly, right now it's more material.
No, but see, that's not the focus point as far as a healthy, fulfilling relationship.
Wait a minute, all the time. We need money for this. We need money. Oh, wait a minute.
All right, y'all.
It's back on.
Did I just say play a song? Not listening.
You go get you. This is not your session. You gonna get your session.
Somebody play the Bruce Lee, then you. I just want.
Welcome back to the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show on Who Has the Power Radio Network. I'm your host, Mikael Nubay.
And I'm Hanisha Hall.
And I'm Karen Andrea Hale.
And Don Blake Jr.
Make sure you check us out on our website, www.whohasthepowershow.com. Like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Synergy of Life. You can follow us on Twitter at Synergy of Life 07 or email us at synergyoflife7@gmail.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can always call us at 330-752-2771. And Karen, giving them information to get in touch with you again.
My phone number is 216-691-9214. And the web address is www.sistruminc.com. That's SISTRUMINC.com.
And we got Hanisha Hall, upcoming on from Cleveland, singer, actress. She's about to be a student again,
Right.
Mikael Nubay. And we're going to do the Nubay makeover.
Right.
All right. What's going on with you? What's the latest project now?
The latest project, I have a play that I was cast in, actually the lead. And it's based on a novel that a young lady wrote. She's actually from here, but it's based on her life story. And I play her. That's in September 19th and the 20th, and that's going to be at the Playhouse Theater.
And I'm going to be there.
Hmm?
I'm going to be
Oh,
there.
yes,
Wow.
yes. Also...
Wait a minute.
What?
Somebody asked you to play them out of their novel, huh?
Yeah, you know what?
Wow.
Actually,
That's
when
nice.
I went to the audition, I didn't know, but she was sitting in on the audition.
Wow.
And they told me after I was finished, before I left.
So you didn't know how she
wants
looked.
you.
No, I didn't even know. I didn't know that was her.
Wow.
And
That's beautiful.
they called me and offered me a role. So I was excited about that.
This is some great experience for you. This
It
is
is.
you get a great foundation for
here,
for
yeah.
the higher level of this industry.
This is
Pisces.
actually the first, my first time playing lead. I always did like supporting, roles, but this is my first lead. And then I have a few other projects. You can't really speak
Right.
on it yet.
Right.
But I actually, what was it, last Saturday? Or Saturday, 2 weeks ago. A young lady reached out to me, Dominique Paramore. And she's a writer and a director. It's called FAU. But it's gonna be. It actually started off as a web series, but she was in the film festivals and they liked her, series, so they actually picked her to show up. So it's gonna air on TV,
Nice.
and I was actually a part of that.
Nice.
So hopefully I'm a regular.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I have a few other things that I'm working on too.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Those Pisces can act. No, for real. Look, Pisces know how to. It's like what Bruce Lee was just saying.
Okay.
If you're water and you go in a cup, you become the cup.
You're right.
You become the teapot. Pisces become that which they go into. Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
oh wow.
But you know what? It's
Pisces.
something though, Karen, because people, when you deal with certain folks, they say stop acting. And I said, when it comes to my real life, I am a bad actress.
Okay, I know
can't,
that's right.
But that's a different thing.
Exactly.
In the theater or movies, that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother level.
Yes, but real life, no. I suck at acting.
Oh,
I can't.
I heard
I mean,
that.
because my emotions show up on my face.
Good Pisces.
I did not know Elizabeth Taylor was a Pisces.
Oh,
That
yeah.
explains the polarity between her and Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
didn't know she was a Pisces?
Whoa.
No.
Yeah. She was Pisces.
Well, they sure stuck tight together.
Yeah.
You seen
Yeah, that was her baby.
Yes.
So what's the latest going on with you? What's going on at the temple?
Growth. Trying to get the other side of the temple. You know, we have 2 spaces. So we're trying to get the other side ready so that we can.
How big is that place?
The other side
It's
the
on the same
side.
floor?
It's right next door.
Oh, okay.
So Ty is actually wanting to cut a door in the wall so we could walk from there into the other spot that's right next door, and that's where we want to have our yoga and our tai chi and there'll be massage there. There's a sauna that's going to be in there.
Wow.
And a juice bar. Yep.
I have a question.
Yes,
Karen, do you ever see yourself expanding outside of Cleveland?
I do.
Like traveling?
Yes,
maybe?
I do, and I see myself needing to write.
Okay.
Write books.
No, you hosted too. You know where you were.
No, but
Exactly.
I just wanted,
Yeah.
that's just manners, you know.
I'm writing a book now too. It's a hit seller. It's called The Holistic Garden of Healing,
Nice.
and the garden is the metaphor for the soul.
That's deep. That makes sense.
And I'm gonna tell you, before I leased my vehicle, I wrote most of this. I talked this into my phone,
Okay.
and most of the book is inspired by experiences and people.
Absolutely.
And I used to work on the west side. I used to have to get up and walk for 30 minutes from 4 to 4:30 in the morning.
That's good.
Everything just coming.
Absolutely.
I'm walking just,
Yeah, that's
you
good.
you hear the passion and stuff in it, you know. So now I have most of the things in the book. I just translated it to the paper from
Good.
the audio recorder. You know, I said, "Wow, I said that." No, especially when people done something to disgust me, you know. But all that was channeled into constructive
Good.
creativity, you
Okay.
know. So, what's some of the most frequent things or people come to you about in your field of work?
3 things:
I should.
Yeah, they look on her face.
love,
Mm-hmm.
health, and money.
And I always say the same thing we pray to God for is the same 2 things we go to jail for.
Exactly.
You know, love and money, and as far as a crime of passion or trying to obtain some material value. You know, wow. Say that again.
Love, health, and money. Those are the 3. I mean, that's universal. Love, health, and money. I mean, what else is it? Love, health, and money.
And never dawned on them that start with themselves first, huh?
No.
Right.
And if it did dawn on them, then what need would it be of you?
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
What
right.
need would it be of me? There would be no need for us. So it's important.
Yeah. Kind of told you that before. I remember this was back in probably 08. And I said to you, I said, you know, we heard talk, you know. I said, I'm tired of this. You know?
Right.
I said, I just don't want to be here sometimes. Because I know life beyond this body. So that's not a suicidal
Right.
statement.
Right.
And she said in her soft voice, but Mikael.
Real calm.
She said, if it wasn't for them being in this state, you wouldn't have no purpose of being here.
Exactly.
And I said, you know, she said, no, first she said, I don't need to tell you this, but maybe you need to hear it right now. That's what she said. I said, shoot.
You're right.
Exactly. Exactly.
But that really grounded me at that time, you know. So
That's important.
You You can tell this is unscripted.
Yeah. So this is just an introduction to you, to some of the people who listen, who know you, and those outside of Cleveland.
Right.
And you got to come back here now.
I will come back.
Okay, all right. All right. So what we looking like?
Oh, I want to interject. The name of my play, that was bad of me. I didn't even say the name.
Exactly.
Of it. It's called Mama Ain't Teach Me That.
Mama ain't teach me
Mama
that.
Ain't Teach Me That.
This is the
Oh,
play
that's
after
This
the
is the
novel.
name of the play. This after the novel. Mama Ain't Teach Me That.
Mama ain't teach me that.
So make sure you check it out. It's going to be September 19th and the 20th.
And where is going to be at again?
At Play.
The Playhouse?
Yes.
I'm going.
On Euclid?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah,
Me too.
I'll give
I'm gonna
you
be
more
there.
information about it closer
Yeah.
to the date.
Shout out to Renisha Jones. Shout out to Renee Jones, who's actually had been on this show. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, good. Yeah. Good. Yeah, but it's based on her life story.
Yep.
Renee Jones, and the director of the play is Ronnie Holman.
Exactly.
Yes.
Is she from Cleveland?
Yep.
Yes, she is. Yep.
You met her before?
She was on this show.
Oh, okay.
Shame on you.
And yeah, I actually had a chance to
When was
meet.
Renee here?
Well, it's been a while now, but I also met her over. Tina Hobson, right?
Yes, yes.
She was at her book signing as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very humble.
I gotta
lady.
connect with Tina. I love Tina. She's so sweet.
Yeah.
She gave a shout out to me when I was on the first time.
Yep.
Yeah, Tina
Yeah.
did.
I just had to interject real quick. Okay, I'm done.
Thanks, Nancy. Yeah. So she was there. That's who I was speaking of. Renee.
So, can you give us a brief, because we almost over the show, almost over with.
Okay.
What's a lot of people don't really understand. They hear about Europe, but what's something brief you could give them a little bit of overview about Europe?
Oh, okay. Yoruba is a culture. So it's a group of people in Nigeria, and they're called the Yorubans. And they have a particular lifestyle and a particular culture. And they believe that there is one God, one creator, but that one creator has many different variations of manifestation, male and female. And they propitiate and worship these different aspects of God. They call God Olodumare. So they propitiate different aspects of God to enlist the assistance of the different Orisha to help them in their lives.
Okay.
I met one other person that's he was actually a teacher of mine.
Okay.
Acting coach.
Okay.
And I'll shout out to him too, Dale Shields.
Okay.
But he practices.
He practices Yoruba.
Yes.
So is it 7 expressions of this one energy?
It's so many more, but there's 7 main ones. Like there's
okay.
so many different chakras, but we got 7 main ones.
Right.
So there's
All right. So for
And
those,
these are all aspects that is part of our natures. They're part of, that's how we are. It's part of us.
right. So for those who don't understand or know what we're talking about, the 7 chakras, chakra is Sanskrit from spinning wheel, wheels of energy. The chakras are the anatomy of the spirit coming into the flesh. Each chakra is a certain level of consciousness and awareness. You have not only you have a physical body, you have a mental and emotional body. And each chakra represents an attribute of what I just mentioned. So these also, the chakras are big, they the center of your energy field. So all holistic medicine is based upon the science dealing with your energy body, which is the ancient medicine, globally speaking. So we, those who've been listening to the show for a long time, we done had different shows about this. And you will hear more endless information on this because it's a lifetime study, lifetimes. So we like to go out, if you don't mind, with a exit guided meditation, but short.
So shorten that joint. Okay.
You ready for his Dog Blake Jr.?
So breathe and relax. Close your eyes and enter into that silence. We had a lot of information coming through today. So much to digest. So just relax. And we just want to energize our chakras right quick. Starting with our root chakra. Just imagine a red light vibrating and spinning right at the genital area. And let's raise that light to our sacral chakra that is at the navel. And we're going to imagine an orange light. And let's make it balanced. Let's make them the same size. Then let's go to our solar plexus. A yellow light, ball of light spinning. Raise that energy to our heart. Green and rosy pink and gold. That's the heart chakra. Let's go to the throat. Blue throat chakra. And then we're going to go to the center of our foreheads and imagine a indigo light, deep, deep indigo, spinning, same size. Let's raise that energy to the crown and imagine a violet white light. Just sit real still and feel those chakras spinning. And relax. Breathing deeply, rhythmically. Keeping that perfect peace. Knowing that you and I are one with the universe. Peace.
Thank you for joining us on the Synergy of Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show on Who Has the Power Radio Network. Mike, thank you for supporting us. Thank you for joining us for our 1 month anniversary celebration. We always thank Hanisha Hall for coming down, sitting in with us. Keep supporting her.
Yes.
And then if she get out of line a little bit, don't worry about it. I'll make sure she give me 20 push-ups.
Wow. Oh.
We'd like to thank Mr. Yancey, our executive producer at Who Has the Power Radio Network, and our co-producer, Don Blake Jr. If you hear them fussing in the background, just don't never buy them. Right?
Right.
Once again, before we close out, make sure you like us on our YouTube channel, Synergy Life Enterprise, and also at Mikhail New Bay YouTube channel.
And we would like to thank Karen Andrea Hale for being a part of the show tonight.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
We want to thank I think the Cavs fans been behaving kind of well this year.
They have. The Cavs been doing good.
You know, they you know, LeBron brought another energy because these people was crazy for a minute. I love the city Cleveland, also known as the Cleverland.
I like it.
All y'all haters out there, don't blame your geographical location for your misery. All right?
Okay, absolutely not.
Cleveland has been good to me.
And me too. I love her.
Can you give them, Karen, you give them your contact information one more time?
Yes. Area code 216-691-9214. www.systruminc.com is the website.
What's your final words for these sisters out here?
Love yourself, sisters. If you love yourself, you can love everybody else. And we can heal this world.
And if you're having a hard time doing that, you can always learn. We got to submit ourselves to humility. You know, so you can come and learn how to love yourselves. You got the information to Karen's and how to get in touch with her. Let's get those phones ringing. So once again, I'm your host, Mikhail New Bay.
And I'm Hanisha Hall.
And I'm Karen Andrea Hale.
And Don Blake Jr.
Thanks for tuning in to the Synergy Life Holistic Health and Wellness Radio Show, Who Has the Power Radio Network. We see you next week.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
You don't mind taking a couple pictures, do you?
No.
All right. Yeah, I got some great ideas.
You
I'll
did.
be
That's
calling
an
you this weekend.
inspiration. That's an inspiration.
Right.
Let me know you're done, so we're going to use these chairs for the pictures.
And now I can feel the air.
You feeling that?
Oh, you didn't
Sweat
fit
it.
it?
out.
Oh, I could have fixed it. I you know what? I better
was
put
alright,
it, I better
it's
put it right here. I forgot to
I
ask you.
cooled down a tad.
Down a tad.
Publish it later, right?
Is that a game?
Oh.
I didn't know Renee
What's
was
those
up
levels
here.
sounding okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, publish it later, right?
Yeah.
On this computer. All right, cool.
You know what? That's I'm glad we got the laptop here. That's definitely a necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to see.
I couldn't do this every day.
Right.
But I did hear it. And mind you, when I do get a chance to go back and listen,
Yeah.
I do hear certain things like that. But mind you, me being in radio and music, certain things I pick up. And again, when she's doing what she's doing, and that energy, like it has to be that type of balance. Because that music has to see how you would have heard nothing. Like I said, her voice.
I'm like,
I know I heard you.
That's like energy, literally. And I, you know me, I'm not a gasser. I don't like nobody. Like seriously.
No, he needed to be here tonight.
I was shocked to see you here, to be honest.
Because I didn't have a meeting tonight.
Okay.
I'll be back next week.
Okay.
I'll meet next week.
We broadcasting. What's her Kim?
Power of Laughter luncheon with the American Heart and Stroke Association.
Okay.
I've been doing basketball 5 years, and it's the first year. Actually,
I'm
made
sorry.
a broadcast from
Okay.
hey,
Hey.
We're still on?
we still on U-Train.
It stopped.
Look.
It stopped. But no, seriously, we had They get it out of Indianapolis.